Jack Kemp, a wily veteran of 12 years. But Kemp's style was not timid, and he often had to play with injuries.
Luckily, Jack Kemp, the AFL's Player of the Year for 1965, was passing better than ever, and the Bills managed to stay in the thick of contention. Rookie Paul Costa, number 82, was a big surprise when inserted at the tight end position.
Late in the game, the Bills trail 14-3, but they keep battling for a score. Here's Jack Kemp pitching to Ernie Warlick. Kemp is trapped as he attempts to pass, shakes loose, then pitches to Freddie Brown for 22 more. The Bills, too, are spectacular that long afternoon, but not often enough. Here, Jack Kemp throws a goal line pass to Albert DeBenion as the first half comes to an end. Later on, with the game beyond recall, Kemp unloads a 58-yard pass to the Fleet Doobie. The interception sets up this hot potato battle, with Bill Miller grabbing Kemp's touchdown pass away from KC's Dwayne Wood. Here's a sequence of 3 plays. Kemp to DeBenion for 28, and Doobie just fails to get away. Jack takes it in himself, and it's 27-10 Buffalo. Rookie Roger Kaufman, making his debut as a Buffalo Bill before the home folks, demonstrates here some great running potential. He takes a little swing pass from Jack Kemp. "68 yards later, he's finally brought down. Bill Miller catches passes in sensational fashion the following week. The story of the ball game is Kemp to Miller, shown here for 12 yards. And, of course, a tremendous defense. On this pass play, Miller picks up 14 more. Down the middle, as if by radar, for 18. Kemp to Miller for the game's own touchdown. Okay, now who's got the football? Why, it's Kemp. A beautiful piece of deception. Kemp teams up again with Bill Miller, and Bill catches a 9-yarder. This one's good for 23. The Bills benefit by a pass interference call to the 1-yard line. Kemp back to pass. He throws. And that's Kaufman making a beautiful reception way downfield. A 63-yard touchdown. In the final 90 seconds, Kemp to DeBenion, and that's the backbreaker. And revenge is sure sweet. Down 21-0 at this point, but they fight back. Kemp to Miller for 30 yards. Jack is on the beam to Ernie Warlick for 22 to the 4. Now he rolls out, and he finds Miller in the end zone as the first half ends. Buffalo keeps trying, and near game's end, Kemp to Ernie Warlick, and the big tight end stumbles, regains his balance, and picks up a 55-yard score. The Bills look tough tonight. Kemp to Bill Miller, and Miller spins clear and hikes down the sideline for 36 yards. To DeBenion on the 1, and that one even fooled the cameraman. The hard-charging Buffalo forward wall makes it easy for Kemp to score. Because Charlie Ferguson is his replacement. And Charlie is the hero of the hour. A 72-yard touchdown bomb from Jack Kemp with 28 seconds left. Action picks up where it left off. Kemp down the pipe to Cookie Gilchrist for 42 yards. Jack rolls left. He's got all the time in the world. Pumps, fakes, throws, and then he hits Charlie Ferguson in the end zone. A little flare pass out to Eddie Rutkowski. It's good for 45 yards and another touchdown. The game itself is a thrill a minute. Here's that man Ferguson again. Kemp does the throwing. And Kemp with his famous rollout for a very important touchdown. And Jack takes it in himself behind the blocking of Billy Shaw.
Against Kansas City, the Bills were given little chance of winning because the Chiefs had been a powerhouse all year. Who had missed most of the season with injury, roamed across the middle of the Chiefs' defense with the courage of a man in a minefield. It was Crockett who set up the Kemp to Briscoe touchdown that made it Chiefs 19, Bills 13. Time was running out, and again it was Bobby in no man's land, where the catch can make you big, but the hit can make you small. The price in the middle is agony, and sometimes the defender pays too.
Bills caught fire and reeled off 4 straight victories, but not without complications. Buffalo's all-league flanker, Albert Dubinion, number 44, was hurt in the 4th game. The following week, pass catcher Glenn Bass, number 85, was also put out of action for the rest of the season. Without these 2 key players, the Bills were hurting. The defending champions tried several combinations, trying to effect a suitable passing attack to replace the old. Charlie Ferguson and Ed Rutkowski, number 40, filled in for a while and did a fine job.
Later in the period, Cookie carries a Kemp screen to the Jets' 2-yard line. It's Kemp to Albert Dubinion for the touchdown. Kemp hits Glenn Bass on a look-in, and the speedy end streaks to the 1, setting up an easy TD by Kemp. Kemp and Bass click again from the 17-yard line after another fumble recovery. It's Kemp to Albert Dubinion for the touchdown. Against Denver, Auer gets things started with this Kemp screen pass to the Broncos' 15, ending the first quarter. Kemp and Dubinion collaborate for 9 more. This time, a pass to Joe Auer for 15. On the second play of the game, the pattern is established. A 55-yard pass, Kemp to Dubinion, sets up touchdown number 1. Dubinion further shocks Houston on the play following by taking Kemp's pass, good for 45 yards. Kemp then doctors the script by passing to Glenn Bass for the score. One play is all it takes. Kemp to Dubinion for the touchdown. From the Bills' 20, Kemp hits Dubinion, and Doobie scampers about a mile and a half to the Jets' 8. The Bills increase the first period lead on this 45-yard Kemp to Dubinion bomb with but 56 seconds gone in the second quarter. Kemp passes to Ernie Warlick for 28 yards.
A play later, Kemp to Bass, touchdown, and a 21-point lead. Benyon from Kemp, good for 44 yards, but the Bills still trail at the half.
Buffalo continue to pile up victory. Jackie Kemp steps into the pocket and pinpoints Billy Joe. The Bills fullback speeds down the sideline to complete a 78-yard touchdown in a winning effort against Denver. Joe will be playing with the new Miami entry in the AFL next year.
Through to rookie Bill Enyart, who earned his colors while making the score 19-9. The New York Attacks brought the attack home with a strike to Marlon Briscoe, but the beat went on. A cloudburst of touchdowns. O.J. all alone.
Battle between the two best teams in the AFL. But against Kansas City, Jack Kemp's throwing arm is no better than it was at San Diego. However, number 15 tries a different approach, scrambling. The 10-year veteran from Occidental College is quite proficient, twisting away from enemy tacklers and picking up yards. But on this day, the Chiefs held their mistakes to a minimum and played near-perfect football.
Rained touchdowns on his receivers, and the beat went on. Billy Masters by a step which was as good as a mile. And Haven Moses by a mile, which was good for 6. And a final total of 41 points for Buffalo in their first victory. The Bills' quest for a healthy quarterback took on the... On the very next sequence, it was Jack Kemp on a headlong rush that ended in unconscious oblivion. And the Bills again found that for those who deal in violence, there sometimes comes a silence when cheers turn to a stunned hush.
Speaking of Bass, get a load of this. 94 yards, the longest pass-run TD of the season.
Jack Kemp, a wily veteran of 12 years. But Kemp's style was not timid, and he often had to play with injuries.